Before the video starts, make sure to subscribe, turn on the notifications and like the video. Previously on Sunday League Kickabout, he will try a shot from distance which is spilled by Tone. He does well to get to the rebound, but it's as far as Nay with a volley. Fantastic goal there by Nay, and it's the first one of the game. Fod brings it forward. He'll play in Frankie at just the right time. Frankie is forced out wide by Josh, but that drag back is brilliant, and he smashes it into the back of the net. And now this is the decision that I was on about earlier. The free kick from Josh was played back towards Chewett, and in Sunday League Kickabout the keepers are not allowed in the opposition half, and although Chewett only just ventured into the other half, it really shouldn't have counted. He throws it out to Fod, who goes on one of his mazy runs. Frankie creates space and is in the middle. He takes it past Chewett, and despite Josh trying to handball it to keep it out, the equaliser is there, and Tone can clear. This is where Frankie brings it forward, tries to cut inside of Josh, but Josh's deflection has set Frankie up for the strike, and Bibbs lead. Hello guys, Better Cheat 17 here, welcome to Sunday League Kickabout, roll titles. Welcome back to another episode of Sunday League Kickabout. It's episode number 46 now, and we're back with another 3-on-3 match. Before I show the teams though, we have a new rule in place. As you know, in real life football, V.A.R is now a thing. The captain of each team will have 3 and only 3 V.A.R decisions. If they use all 3, say in the first minute, then they will not be allowed to use another one for the rest of the game. So then there will be a stoppage in play where we will look back at the recording, and I will then make up a final decision of what to do and what happens next. I did explain more in detail about it in Sunday League Kickabout behind the scenes, so I'll leave a link in the description to my second channel so you can go and check that out, and all the other episodes in the future. If you do end up enjoying this episode, make sure to hit that like button below. Let's meet the teams for today's 3-on-3. So then we'll start off with non-bibs, and in goal is Daniel Fodelli Ali. The name sticks with him. Goal or outfield. Today's non-bibs captain, as you can see, is Josh, and joining him and completing the non-bib squad for today is high goal scorer Frankie. Moving over to the people wearing bibs today, in goal for them is Devon. We have a debut, and what a way to mark your debut than being captain, that's George. And Nay, if he scores today, that's 4 games in a row. The only other person to do that is Frankie. Kick off! So we start off with a throw for bibs, which Nay will take back to Devon. He plays it out to George. George taps it back to Devon. Devon will try and send Nay with a long ball. Josh intercepts it. Frank loses out to Nay. George's pass is weak. It falls to Josh, who drags his shot wide. Bibs will have another throw. It's George to take this time. Nay holds up Frankie. Then play it back to Devon. He plays it back out to Nay. And then he hits an absolute stunner past Fod. At this point, to be fair, I didn't actually thought it went in, because looking from the sidelines, it looked like it went outside of the post. Fantastic strike though from Nay. Brilliant. 1-0. And that's the goal for the 4th game in a row. So straight from kickoff then, Frank plays it back to Josh. He plays it back out to Frank, who gets past Nay. Nay goes on a dance and an ice trip. Frankie carries on going forward and squeezes it under the legs of Devon. It's 1-1 almost instantly. Word of advice for Nay, I think you should just stick to football. You're no match for Jake Quickenden. Frank does well though to avoid him. George didn't really come back to defend, and a very cheeky finish under the legs of Devon. Keep your legs closed, Dev. Smells fishy. We have another kick-off then as George fancies his first shot on his debut, but it goes wide. The ball was moving as Fod took the first goal kick, so they'll take it again. That's maybe things to come. Frankie takes a poor touch thanks to the bobble, but he managed to get there before George. Devon pulls off a good save, tries to find Nay, but it's a good interception by Josh. Devon will find George on this near side. He'll try and get past Josh and does, but Fod comes out and deals with it. Frank dinks it over the top of Nay, but he can't really connect with the volley. George is offside from Devon's clearance. Back down the other end quickly there, and Josh's throw in towards Frankie. It's a wonderful flick towards goal past Devon, and non-bibs have completed the comeback. 2-1. So what comes after a goal? Yep, a kick-off. George's effort is wide from the kick-off there. And it's about time we had our first V.A.R decision. Indirect free kick. 2 touches.
What the fuck's he on about?
2 touches.
What the fuck is he on about? Josh, don't play with V.A.R. this. But he put his foot down to stop the ball from rolling and then we flicked it. Yeah. Kick off. I want a V.A.R. on this. Go on.
V.A.R decision. So after a couple of minutes of going over the clip again, I decided against my first opinion.
Thank you.
V.A.R decision, goal kick.
See,
Tell me if you guys think that was the right decision in the comment section below. Anyway, the goal kick taken down wonderfully by Frankie, and has also put a wonderful ball through Josh, who's in and gets his goal. Wonderful touchdown by Frankie there. Josh made a superb run through the centre of the pitch. Good timing by Frankie to release Josh, who was through one-on-one with Devon, and in the end it was a simple finish, 3-1. A much more delayed kick-off this one is. Nay, come on.
Come on.
I mean, quality touch from Devon, to be fair, from that kick-off there. He rolls it out to George, who is not on the same wavelength as Nay there. It's picked up by Fod, who finds Frankie over on the far side. He'll try and get past Nay again. He doesn't go on an ice skating trip this time, but Frankie's left-footed shot is wide. Chicken! I zoomed in. So we have a goal kick which is played out to Josh on this near side. He'll bring it forward a little bit, just past the halfway line, until eventually George puts the foot in. He'll bring it forward, but his shot is good save by Fod. Loose ball falls to Josh, who flicks it round the corner to Frankie. He tries to megs on Nay, but comes back to get a foot in, and it's a Bibbs throw. Bibbs ball. Take it again.
Hey, foul through. Foul through, that bit. Fuck. Yellow card.
Nay, yellow card. Josh, yellow card.
Who's on yellow? That's 2 for me already.
3. 3. Yeah, I've counted him. So from that debacle, the throw-in is taken by Nay into George, and after George's miss, this is the face of a very stressed and uncomfortable man. However, though, goal kick by Fod's taken short towards Frankie inside his own box. He'll get past Nay, but George will eventually get a foot in on the halfway line. Tackle George, don't pass to Nay, he's offside! Offside. No. So, non-bibs will have a free kick from the offside, which Fod will take quickly towards Frankie. He tries his shot from distance, which is saved up into the air by Devon. And now this is comedy. George keeps the first one in, but doesn't manage to keep the second one in. You can tell the pitch that we played on wasn't the best quality, but from that corner, quick thinking by Josh as Frank makes the run forward, and non-bibs push their lead up to 3 goals. Great minds think alike there as Josh took the quick corner in towards Frankie, and it's 4-1.
Just stop it.
Nay! Nay, hurry up!
Touch!
Free kick.
Thank God.
Josh. Nay! Off the pitch. Second yellow. Kicking ball away. I swear to God, this game just gets better and better. So, when non-bibs eventually do decide who's taking the free kick, Frankie passes to Josh, who shoots from distance. Devon clears it first time. Now it's a throw-in to the non-bibs, quickly taken by Josh in towards Frankie. He'll bring it forward, but George managed to get a foot in, and non-bibs will have a throw again. Frankie will take it. George misses it. It comes to Josh, who tries to dink it. Somehow deflects off the post, but finally the ball is put into the back of the net for game, set, match. I think this is the only one time that the cone has actually acted like a post. How on earth the first shot didn't go in from the chip was unbelievable, but Josh had sealed the game anyway. Thank you guys for watching another Sunday League Kickabout episode. If you are enjoying the series, smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to check behind the scenes out, and remember, keep watching your screen. Keep watching. Better Cheater 17.